Alright. Let's get on with it. I'm done looking at Belle. Or Belle's great-great-great-uncle. How many generations would there be between this rat and Belle? It's like 100 years. It's like 100-ish years difference. Probably like 2 or 3. But then again, rats have a pretty short life. Don't rats have a pretty short life, so that'd be a hell of a lot more between Belle and whatever great uncle we're on. Are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am, thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me. Oh, right, now I remember. Oh, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business. And completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife. I collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, I finally woke up again yesterday. The whole business has been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I look back on this fondly. Really? Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh yes, of course. Don't take up your time when you're obviously busy. I'm wondering what her significance in this is. Or just being like, hey, remember her? We kind of did make a character for her, and we kind of didn't really do anything with... I mean... Anything you see in Briar Road? 22nd of February, Briar Road. Something tells me there's not much news to see in Briar Road. Yeah, no. Garrett? Mr. Garrett, have you in? Mr. Garrett, can I get like a timeline of those lamps? The Lamp Spy Network? Mr. Garrett, that appears to be out. Oh well. I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Yeah. Mostly going... Did I examine... I did not examine you before. Well, you shouldn't poke around here whilst Mr. Garrett is out. That's a perfect time to poke around. I want to know about the Lamp Spy Network. I need to know how to take down the system. Can you see Sylvierchii? Wednesday in February, local prison, cell 9. Oh, Mr. Natsume is back. There he is! Mr. Natsume! Hello! I'm a cat. Sorry? I don't know who Mr. Natsume is. Or Hairlock Schultz. I don't know about courts, or trials, or Old Baileys. I'm a cat. That's who I am. Just a cat. Yeah. No, he's trying to escape from reality. Mood. Trying to. He already has. Completely. So, what's your name then? I said I have no name. No, he hasn't fully thought of his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality. I'm going to name you Mr. Mittens. No, Mr. Mustache. Would you like your food now, Mr. Mustache? Or are you one of those... Or are you one of those finicky cats? Are you an outdoor and indoor cat, Mr. Mustache? You better not get into fights with the neighbor's cats, Mr. Mustache. Think you can open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume? I'm not a cat. Why? It worked! He's back in the real world! No, put him back! I feel for him. What's going to become of me? No! Don't answer that! It's obvious! My cursed souls are going to escape this cursed fate! So that's me, no! This morning's proceedings in court prove that there's hope! Yes, Local Stewart Mr. Norwell Esquire was brilliant, but... But! The Reaper's out in prison! In court! In my lodgings! Here! There! Everywhere! What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss. Oh, yes. Yes, we must. We must discuss my armband! Have you seen my armband, Mr. Sylvierchii Natsume? Yes, we did show you this before. Mr. Natsume, when's the last time you showered? Please take a shower. Natsume, what do you know about the... Ah. Okay, we did do this before. Tea. You pay for your gas. You probably pay for your gas. No, don't. What are we talking about? So, you sure Mr. Shakespeare doesn't hate you? Hold up. Well, but you mean stream fish on YouTube, huh? Hold on. I need to see something real quick. Did my stream go down at some point? Hold on. My stream totally went down at some point. Oh, that was like 10 minutes ago. Well, let me see if I can figure out how to, No, but then I have to also... How'd that happen? If I do that, then... I didn't see anything about... Check. That's annoying. That's real annoying. I just lost 10 minutes. I just didn't know about it. Yeah, okay, cool. Looks like that totally worked. But I should be streaming this... on YouTube right now. Still, though, when did that happen? Let me see if... Yeah, no. 12 minutes. Looks like the session totally just died at some point. Thankfully, it seems like it picked right back up. Now it's like none the wiser for like almost 15 whole minutes. That's... I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. I wonder maybe I should just go back to like re-record like I used to do. I don't want to. I like streaming, but I feel like I just haven't been able. That's the reason I like streaming. Just hasn't really been a factor very much. That gets into pitying, like, oh, woe is me. No one shows up to my stream. Ugh, I don't want to be that person. I do not want to be that person. I don't know though, but that's something. That actually is something that I'm like, ooh. That's the most like. I don't know. That's something I need to think on. That's something I'm gonna need to think on. For now, let's just finish this up, and I'll see what I can do about the stuff that might have gotten lost along the way. I'm thinking it looks like it just dropped for like a moment. I think it only dropped for like a minute, so I probably didn't miss anything too much. I think it was like way too late for it to be like when I was off getting myself my lunch. So would've been cool if like I got a message at any fucking point from like Sorry Bar Stream Elements being like you're down. Like no sort of notification message being like your stream's done. Come on. Anyway, the Ron Shakespeare. Wait, return to him. You don't recall him taking issue with you over anything you've done recently? I've been holding my room, immersed in books. I don't recall anything. Anything at all! Right. But what I don't understand is why you didn't let me know sooner. Let you know what, Mr. Natsume? Not the double course. What else? Oh dear. Are you struggling with such a meager stipend? Of course I am! If I had money, I would have chosen to live in the cursed existence, such accursed lodgings! I mean, it's not like actual money. He's literally just a tool. It's literally just like fooling the gas stove thing. Like if it was any, if it was any human element, you'd be done. You'd be out of there. Just because the place is cursed that it's so cheap, didn't you? Exactly! Especially the room that I rent! I heard that capital offender who lived there still haunts the place. And it's trying to kill me! Capital offender? That's a new one. Hey, I told him to assume it's in our whole Esquire. The next time you visit me. These scores are super soft soaps! My whole life have I ever been so moved as I was today. No! Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. Let me just block this out that tonight being in that courtroom was the most moving experience of my life. Loves to it, Mr. Naruto Esquire. You're too kind. Finally, you're finally reading tea just as we deduced, and you're analyzing as we speak. There's nothing wrong with that tea! They will find out to poison it! That's not Philip! Swan! Serenity! Stop! Stop! Put the hand down! Okay. Okay. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night? Oh yes, most definitely. Remember? Drink tea while it's hot! We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath for our bellies. At the time, you were both completely fine. Shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shakespeare then engaged in the Romeo and Juliet match. I suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim then. That's it? Oop, no, what am I thinking? Alright. February, Mr. Natalie's lodgings, ground floor. Oh, hello again, Inspector Grayson. Wait a minute. What are you doing here? Well, we're hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, I know the score. Oh, yes, one other thing. Let's open the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? With the tea in it? Yeah, we found it alright. There was a small amount of tea in it, as you said. Knew it! We're at the identification section of the yard now. We're looking into it. Results should be available later today. That's wonderful news. Thank you. Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry? Nothing. Forget it. Make sure you don't disturb anything in here. Gonna actually watch it. Chomps. Yeah. If I had changed, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh. That's true, but if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change. Oh, woe is the wealthy. Woe is McGilded. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful too, then. Frankly, I'm trying to wonder if she saw someone are going to make it this spring. That's true, we don't have a near Baker Street, let alone a gas stove. We have a fireplace. It'll be fine. How dark the scene the floor is underneath the meter there. Yeah, it's from all the water dripping out after the ice queens melted as you established in court this morning. It's a very large and obvious scene, isn't it? The Chancellor must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. Would he really just let the thing, like, drip out in there? Because presumably he was smart. He was presumably smart enough to make a hole in the meter so that the water and ice wouldn't all, like, stay in the meter. Surely he must have known to, like, you know, put something down to, like, take care of the water. Right? So presumably the water stain is just from when he was... Wouldn't it make more sense if the water stain was from, like, the coins, like, melting in there while he was unable to, like, get up and deal with it? It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on the ill-fated night. During their heated literary debate, yes. Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? Sounds like it was quite a discussion. Screw that, we already know. They That was a fist fight. And Natsume kicked his ass with Natsume-style jujitsu! I think of it, I'm sure the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. Don't even think of it. That's fiction, Mrs. Sao. Let's hope it stays that way. It's just as Mr. Shakespeare wasn't eating the soap at all. That's right. The mystery why he had on the plate was holding a fork in his hand is solved. Yes, the priest's latest ice coin out of his mold. In the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two. It certainly was hard to imagine, let alone deduce. I think he stole the soap too. I mean, he had to have, like, if he's literally so poor that he has to, like, fleece the gas company for the gas. Surely he had to steal the soap from somewhere, right? Stupid hat. You know, isn't this hat with that C? No, I don't think that's the same, like, sort of this. I don't think that's the same, like, distinctive mark of the dude from Case 3, the last game. Sun never shines in this room thanks to that depressing bricked up window. Yeah, with enough determination, you can always remove the bricks to set some soap outside, can't you? That sounds like a very wise life lesson, Mr. Sato. Only if you plan to follow a life of crime, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you looking for new clues, Inspector? On Lord Van Zeek's orders, yeah. Don't come back till you've got something from me, he says. Oh dear, poor you. Yeah, poor me, because we've already searched every bleeding nook and cranny in this place. I don't really expect to be honest. Thank goodness for one trip for all this right. Well, at least he's honest. Alright. Alright, Shakespeare. Shakespeare, damn! Wow! Sholmes. Good job, Manji, we're proud of you. Give me what you got, Sholmes. Sholmes, what are you up to over there? No question indeed! Wasn't that your good self who had asked me to attend the scene? Oi! What are you doing here, Sholmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing over here? Dear me, what's a great detective? One is always under scrutiny, it seems. Is now the time, Mr. Sholmes? Already? You meant to show us your forensic talents and actions you oh, right, forensics. We were talking about this before. With the greatest pleasure, my dear madam. Let's see it. What's all this? Oh, wow. Oh, this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. Relax shows a sensational skin print seeker gun. That's a gun! Huh? Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample from Mr. Shakespeare's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions in everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this. Or finding here a solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touches is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on. There, now spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed. Spray? How do I do that exactly? Oh, press the X on the area you're interested in is all that's required. Press the X button in your mind, Ryunosuke. Like this. Ah, what is that stuff? It's like fog. This is mentioned in the chemical indicator and pressurized gas. It's the most efficient way to cover a large area. That's what I eventually discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. God. That'll be the other thing that'll be really good about if I do switch back to recordings. I can cut out the coughing. As you do. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We'll learn something interesting about the victim's moments in the night in question. Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. Look, there's just some handprints here, huh? So there are, a great many indeed. So it's hard to make one individual print, in fact. There's a chill down my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admires this picture? Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene after all. Without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. Oh, very true, Mrs. Sao. It's a bit of a mystery, then. Weird. Oh, sure, that counts as the table. Why not? I got double bit there for a moment there. Alright, what else does the game want me to see then? If you do it in this corner, you're gonna do it forever! Wait, what else does the game want me to see here exactly? Oh, well. Oh, look at all this here! Ah, yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here? There's nothing obviously we'd have tripped over, though, is there? I mean, if the poison kicked in, then... I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. Oh, wait. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes. Or a great klutz. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, there's no obvious explanation. I do appreciate the fact that there's a lot of different places to find, like, little handprints. Instead of just being like, oh yeah, there's only handprints on these two things in this entire room he lived in. Well, we sprayed Mr. Sholmes' amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we? Did. There are two places in particular of interest, I would say. Handprints on this floor there, and on the wall by the picture, you mean? I mean, it did look like there's a loose floorboard. Of course, by that logic, I'm surprised that there's nothing on that one boarded up hole in the wall underneath the picture. Yes, I think the floorboard's closer investigation. I won't be a moment. Ah! What is it, Mr. Sao? Look here, Mr. Naruto. What floorboards has popped out? What the... You mean... secret hiding place? Excellent work, Mr. Sao. So what do we have in here? Oi! What are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson! Stay aside right this minute! My job to investigate them! No need, Inspector. You continue digging into your portion of chest whilst we dig around under the floor here. Better stop bringing me all my food anyway, Sholmes! New bit of evidence exactly what I need! Wow, secret hiding place under the floor. What find? Not a hiding place you can make use of in Japan. I don't think I could lift a straw to Tommy, Matt. Now I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. Got me wondering about the wall over there too. Are you curious? Oh! I'll investigate once. But there were no handprints really of the, I mean, bad in the picture. But there were no things in the picture. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall. How disappointing. Then, how do you explain the handprints? I really can't think of why anyone would have been touching the wall over and over in one place like that. Oh, what? There you are! Print for you! Handprints on the wall. Traces handprints on the wall discovered using the imprint secret gun. There are multiple prints on either side of a hanging picture. Oh, thank you very much! I bet you can make prints too. Now then, I wonder if Inspector Grayson has found anything under the floor there. I'm desperate to know! So am I! I don't know if there's anything hidden underneath that floorboard there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. Dr. Gregson! Really, it's been too long! What is it, Sholmes? I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there. Thing is, we're such good friends! We are not friends. No, I suppose not. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. Ugh, I killing the wolves under that floorboard. Alright then, fast fair. What? You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in. Really, Inspector? Thank you! Do it quickly, my dear fellow! If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather. Oi, stop making me a piece of god nut! There are 3 items on the floor there. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a tin box. Now, what do you want to know? All. Give me all of them. Give me that print first. So, this is the photograph I found. It looks reasonably recent to me. Garrettable? Wait a minute. Yes, it appears to have been taken on the street in front of the house here. Gentleman on the left is Mr. Garrett, the landlord, of course. Who's the young man on the right? Mr. Garrett's son, perhaps? Perhaps. You can take that print if you like. Really? Are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the Yar already knows the identity of the young fellow, that is. Ah! Is that true? Jam Spear? That's too bad we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information is one of my pastime. Yeah, okay, sure. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure. This is for work. All the more reason I'm not telling you! A dismal failure! Yes, I heard. Infograph. Photograph print found in Mr. Shanster's room. It shows the landlord, Mr. Garrett, together with a young man. Wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shanster himself isn't in it. Photographic prints are so rare treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Garrett was rather delayed to have been immortalized. He probably made a proud presence of it. I noticed that in the right person's pockets were some paintbrushes. Yeah, art supplies. Or like those stuff you see on, the stuff Miss Green was wearing. Jansker did seem to have a bit of an interest in her painting. Are we actually? Are we actually going to be like, yeah, no, William Shakespeare is not his actual name. He's a Garradeb. What's inside the box? This box looks interesting, doesn't it? Let's suggest, Inspector. Now you open it. You're going to find something inside that reveals the truth behind this case. I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised. Yeah, funnily enough, I've already had a look. Completely empty. Huh? What? Shakespeare, give us a clue, man! Didn't even have a chance to order a word, Mr. Naruhodo. Anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box. Nothing. Yes, thin air. It's empty, right like how I feel inside. Wow, Inosuke, damn! There's nothing more to this box then? I wonder... We not get the box? I want to look at that full graph. Well, I mean, yeah, no, I'm not going to see anything more specific. Alright, what about the clipping? Looks like there was a cutout of the paper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time up in Manchester. How terrible. Made the headlines down here in London as well. Book of it says to death, you see, but nature got him first. Oh my goodness, he committed a capital offense? Wait. Man by the name of Selden, nasty piece of work into burglaries and murder. Say the hoard he knocked off was worth about £1,000. A hoard? A treasure, you mean? Jewelry and the like, but he hid it somewhere and no one knows where. Now he's dead. Papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell, or such was the headline. Does not strike you, though. Why such an article be so carefully ensconced into the floor? I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Let's go over the paperwork we've got Selden back in the yard and see if I can turn up anything. Capital offender article. Newspaper article about Selden, a criminal sentenced to receive the death penalty. However, he died of illness in prison whilst his loot remained undiscovered. Wagai. Look, it's that lovely little kitty cat. What was its name? This is Natsume's, isn't it? I don't think we've ever asked him, actually. Why don't we call it, Wagai? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese? What have we got here? Clever cat. Oh, wonderful. Well then, Wagai. Here's something delicious I brought for you from the cat's meat man. What? Where is that exact? I mean... When did you buy that for, Wagai? Couldn't be happier. Now look. I just hope we can bring some happiness to his owners too. Cat. Can we pet the cat? That's a cheeky little meow guy. Oh, but he's so adorable. Sit and watch him forever. I think he may not appreciate that after a while. We have an investigation to get back to. Do we? What else is there to see in here? Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is... You did learn about some capital offender. Probably also gotta ask... Probably gotta find Garrett and ask him about that picture. What's this? The newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shanspeare's room.
So he knew, did he?
Sorry?
Not this man, Selden. Convicted killer.
An evil spirit made the curse that influenced my lodgings! What?
Now he's taking away a man's life. And now, he's trying to take the life of another. A miserable mustached, much maligned Japanese man.
So that's me. You know something, please. You must tell us. Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit. Then criminal dies of natural causes in prison. Manchester's Strange Ways prison announced the death of convicted murderer and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours this morning. He'd been suffering from fever since the end of October. Alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment could be carried out.
Truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. At the time, he was hanging out in lodgings at Mr. Garredev's house.
What? He lived where you do now?
That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now, in my very room.
Oh my, your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense?
Before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. That's when it started. The curse.
What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume?
Story calls one death. A few months after the criminal passed away in prison. The man died in the room. May have rented it after Selden, in fact. Poor lodger. He was found dead in mysterious circumstances. It was locked from the inside.
Locked from the inside? Exactly the case we're dealing with now. That's the convict's curse, is it?
Yes, well, that was the start of it.
You have any idea how to lodge it before you passed away, Mr. Natsume?
The official cause of death was asphyxia. They discovered the body, the room was full of gas.
Gas?
I found that out after I signed the lease. Mr. Garrett couldn't tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably have been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease snugly legal!
Looking for Mr. Garrett, maybe, but not so lucky for poor Mr. Natsume. Now you believe this curse is affecting you?
It is. At first, I just felt as though I was being watched. All the time.
And you talked about having nightmares, didn't you?
The dad tried to take me with them. They come for me, try to suffocate me. That's why I'm struggling to breathe. I wake up. The room.
This cold as ice! Excuse me while I look up carbon monoxide poisoning signs. I don't know. Headache, dizziness, weakness, upset stomach, vomiting, chest pain, and confusion. Yeah, I don't know. Mainly, I'm not 100% sure what exactly I'm looking for, other than just some type of gas poisoning. It does sound like he's kind of asphyxiating a little. It definitely does sound like he's having some asphyxia like, happening in his sleep. But why is your room so cold? If his room's cold, then that means it's not running. Actually, that might be the reason that he's been surviving so far. No, if it's cold though, then how would he be getting... If it's cold, he's probably not running the heater ever, since he doesn't really have the money. It'd make more sense... Make more sense if it was some type of trickle-down effect. How long has this been going on, though?
Well, the winters are too cold to bear without heating overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, highlight always goes out and the room fills with gas.
But that's terrible! It's exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what happened to Mr. Shansir last night. He was seriously poisoned. Clearly more to that incident that can be explained by Clearly more to that incident that can be explained by a curse, though. What can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garrett's rooms? Garrett, you in yet? "22nd of February, Mr. and Mrs. Garredeb's room." Yeah, you are. Where the hell were you? You get going. I didn't think you'd be going very many places on that leg. I heard now, Mr. Garredeb.
What probably business it is for me, you know, getting out and about.
Are you at the Old Bailey by any chance?
Naturally, if I have my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that, I'll try to miss.
Hey, what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes.
Of course, the place has caused quite a stir on the capital on more than one occasion already. There's the old haunted lodgings, or some such.
Ah, well, at least he knows.
Makes you wonder what the blazes is going on, you know.
Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mrs. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago, you were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened.
Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business.
I see.
So, what brings you to my haunted abode today?
Did you see my armband yet? Wow, no reaction to that, okay.
Oh, not the one Gaspier, yes. There's a fireplace in here, of course, only need for a gas stove.
I guess we didn't have gas lines in here, so if like the gas lines, like the gas meters and the stuff that's supplying the gas is low enough, then it might not get up to him.
There's nothing better than gas lamp for reading in bed, eh?
Actually, Mr. Natsumi mentioned that the gas supply to his room kept failing.
Yes, that. I had the gas company look into it. I couldn't find a thing wrong. The chap must have been imagining things.
I don't think he was imagining it. Poor man woke up unable to breathe.
He was put down to ghosts and work or some such in the end. The place must be haunted.
Really? You believe that, Gyarados? Seems a bit more reasonable than that. Maybe not. Maybe you should go wash yourself. I'm gonna hold off on this for now. Your lodgings and your lodgers, sir?
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh? Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows of late. Thanks to that bally curse.
Convict's curse, you mean?
Well, heard the stories, have you? One scoundrel was arrested here, then the next chap in the room goes and keels over. Then there was that woman who dropped dead just outside in the street, not to mention the actor yesterday. Wait, next day? Well, can't help but get the collywobbles, can you?
When you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street, you mean Miss Green? Is Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Chancellor was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still?
Yes, well, so is that blasted convict's curse, it seems. Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. Wow. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. Why, it sounds like the lap of luxury.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, there's no bath or toilet included. No fireplace either.
Okay, I understand no fireplace, maybe no bath. I don't know if this is still the point when, like... Wait, when did indoor plumbing become, like, commonplace?
Hold on.
It took decades of government action for indoor bathrooms to be present in most households. By the mid-1960s, the continuous construction of new housing, some clearances, and demolitions increased access to modern plumbing in many more areas. So yeah, it's definitely way too early for indoor plumbing to be common. Okay. Alright. But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? They're watching the rise and fall of flames in your gas lamps up here. I still want to log about your lamp spy network.
Yeah, it's never hurts to keep an eye on the things. In case there are any mishaps or such like. I think you've had your mishap already, sir!
That's not helpful, Mr. Sholmes.
Forgive me, the words just came to my lips. A fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh?
There's no need for that, Mr. Gyarados. That's right. Mr. Natsume is in no way fishy.
He is undeniably peculiar, however. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away? Yes, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone, he popped up the very same day. Never came across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were.
I don't think it was this room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually. So, how long has Mr. Shamspear been lodging under your roof? I'm paranoid now about... Okay, looks like the stuff's still going on YouTube.
Well, that chap. Let me see. Oh, of course. Yes, it's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it.
Only 3 months? He's quite new here too, then.
And what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Gyarados, if I may ask? Well, it was that Selden scoundrel as it happens.
Selden? The convict, you mean? Selden and Shamspear have some kind of connection there?
That convict chap, Selden, passed away in the clinic 3 months ago now, you see. Some malady or other.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Well, it was only 3 days later the tragedy... It was only 3 days later the tragedy and showed his face. The actor fellow.
Really?
Yes, I remember quite distinctly.
Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shamspear, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor offered erewhile for rent. Was he looking for the treasure?
Terribly sorry, but that won't be possible. Or we have a lodger on the middle floor. Ground floor room's vacant, though.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee.
This cost must be muffled in your ears. Room on the middle floor taken. It's ground floor or nothing.
Very well, we have the cord.
Glad to hear it. Welcome to Briar Row.
Lo, a Shamspear dance to celebrate! Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity! God.
We're here in court today. Sounds like the chap was thieving gas. He was 3 months in arrears with the rent, too. And this fellow's a bally player, alright. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garda. We are most grateful. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me.
What's happened to you?
Shakespeare, my dear fellow, one of his most famous lines. I wish to divulge my own learning of the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know.
Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then. One last thing, Mr. Garadeb. Who's the person in the photograph? Can I ask you to look at this photograph? Look at this graph! Is that your son who's with you there?
No, not at all. He was a lodger here once.
Duncan Ross was his name, huh? Duncan Ross?
Chief photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot. Just for kicks, really.
Is he by any chance the lodger before Mr. Natsume?
Yes, that's right. Ah, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances. That's what Mr. Mustache was waiting for, one might say.
That's a hell of a way to put it.
Yes, young Duncan lived in the room on the top of the first flight of stairs before that Japanese chap.
Would you mind telling us a little more about him?
Yes, Duncan Ross, young chap was attending art school. Had work to pay for it, mind. Lived in the middle floor room about a year ago after that criminal Selden was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them.
History cheap rent maybe, yes.
Yes, well anyway, it was one morning about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamp to see what my lodgers are up to at the time. So sadly, I was rather tawdry to discover what had happened. Well, gas had alerted me it was. Ah yes, synonymous with the smell of death. Called the police straight away, of course. The officer kicked the door off its hinges. Once we got inside, we all badly collapsed.
Because of the gas?
Yes, room was full of it. No air at all. Still must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed.
Did Mr. Ross suffocate to death?
Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because his gas pipes were so old and all that. Can you tell how much it sent me back to have the alarm placed all? I can tell you how much it sent me back to have the alarm placed all over the house.
Even after you had all that work done, Mr. Natsume said the same thing. The stove goes out at night while he's asleep in bed.
What's the bally curse? The convict's curse! I've done my duty as a landlord now!
Come on! Someone's feeling defensive. All very mysterious.
Oh, that reminds me, actually. Yes? About young Duncan. The night before the poor chap perished. I'm writing a letter of affection to a young lady. Is it gonna be Miss Green? Is Miss Green carrying on Duncan's legacy? Is that what we're about to do here? A love letter, you mean? Yes, where did I put it now? Oh, here it is, left on my desk. If you'll excuse me. Let me see now, what does it say? My most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Do you think that we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence? My dear Mr. So, that is precisely why I preface my reading with, if you'll excuse me. Oh, not excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, no! Dudley, you didn't address it, though. Come on! So that means delivering the thing. Rather sad, really. I see. That's going to play on my mind. Really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think we should leave well alone. Yes, I suppose you're right. Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing. However, there is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Sholmes, please! I've already had to chastise you about this once. Damn, Susao's actually getting a little upset with Sholmes' bullshit. That's new. My undying love to you, my colorful darling. Olive green. Yep. Ah! Olive green? The woman was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside this house 5 days ago. The victim's the last case of Seki-san was in court for. We regained consciousness only yesterday. It's just chance that her name has come up now? Could possibly be a mere coincidence? Whatever can this mean? Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Mr. Susato. Are we gonna see Miss Green now? I actually didn't get that in the evidence, but okay. Bell. Uncle Bell. I don't know Bell's the great uncle's name. Wednesday in February, St. Bartholomew's Hospital Recovery Ward. Naruto, I've just finished speaking with the doctor. Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last. This is good news. Hopefully, just before she leaves. Ah! What is it? What? Miss Green! What were you drinking there? Miss Green! What's that? She clearly just hit something behind your back. One moment. I'll be with you, Jiffy. Oh, hello everyone. What are you all doing here? That's what I said, I can be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together. Green, what are you just doing? Oh, nothing, really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all. Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you if that's alright. I don't really have anything else to tell you. Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. Let's see if we can't coax something out of her. Wait a minute, she just left you right on the table here. Excuse me? Ma'am, I wanted you to know my name is Kazuma Asogi. Scream about this? No, you just hold that there for a moment. Don't move. Sorry? No, yes, I was wrong. Is it wrong that I feel so thoroughly rejected? Ma'am, you've been in the hospital for a few days now. I think you need to go wash up. Scream about this soap. I think I know what that is. It's that soap shaped chocolate, isn't it? Yes.
No, this is just normal soap. Well, normal poor quality soap.
Oh, that was lucky. At least it was a trick this time. This time!
Trick?
I heard it the other day. A soap shake chocolate, they said. I was swimming by and I was foaming at the mouth. I passed out, it tasted so awful.
Oh my. What's it about people recently that makes them all eat soap? Ma'am.
Why is everyone eating the soap?
That's how you get soap poisoning. Didn't you watch a Christmas story? Wait. Oop. Somehow I doubt the rest of these are going to bear any fruit. You have gas, Miss Green. No, you don't have gas. Do you know about Selden? Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you? Hey, what the? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Bottle medicine fell down when she did. Oh, Miss Green, are you alright? Wait, what would have happened if I tried examining that before? So sorry, I didn't mean to startle you like that. No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. How do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter to you. It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan. A year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. The two of you became romantically involved?
Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually.
That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding. And that's what led to Mr. Garadeb's...
Yes, he told me he found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. Then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened.
So terribly sorry, Miss Green.
But it's all in the past now, I suppose.
Oh, Miss Green, you're so desperately sad. I'm starting to think that's just her look. Now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. Well, now I'm curious since I already kind of missed one thing. Battle fell off before Miss Green collapsed. That was quite an earthquake. Wow, Weirnosuke. It was in the bottle. Honey, maybe? Or treacle? Or syrup? Or all three mixed together, even? Naruhodo. You've been having a lot of very mean thoughts during this exchange. I'm disappointed in you.
Wow! Wow!
I know you're being an asshole in your mind, Ryunosuke. Sorry. The card that Miss Green was looking at so intently before, isn't it? Naruhodo, we shouldn't be peeking at a young woman's private effects. Right, I should say peeking for gentlemen's effects only. You mustn't do that either. I can read your mind, you know. I just have that power. It's like more thorough. It's the fact that it's more thorough than like in the main series, where like it was already a problem. But somehow she just knows everything. Like that goes a little beyond facial. That goes a little beyond like I read your face. Maybe you, Mr. Sao, shouldn't be peeking into a young man's mind either. news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green.
Oh yes, I mean, thank you. Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Well, people like me, anyway. Though I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I really shouldn't stand around and chat.
She certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure.
I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but... would you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our way.
No, hold on! Huh? Sure you were not about to leave. That's quite out of the question!
What? Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realize you were here.
Of course I was, my dear fellow. Watching intently from the shadows as always.
We'll make your presence known next time. Sholmes, what's this about?
Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Sado, is this. Why did detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened? Is there preventing a case before it happens? That is what sets a great detective apart.
Okay, how many crimes have you actually prevented, Mr. Sholmes? What do you mean?
There's a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruto. So let's avert disaster. Let's prevent this case from ever happening. With nothing but careful observation.
Alright.
All clues you need a step before you. You need only look, you got fail to see.
You can do it, Mr. Naruto. I know you can.
Does this just sound... is this the logic and reasoning spectacular, or...
Bell! No!
I can't bear to watch.
I mean, it's Bell's... Do we even have any official confirmation? I need official confirmation if it's Bell or his uncle or some other distant relative. Duncan Ross. Who'd ever have thought he was engaged to be married to Miss Green? Lose one's beloved fiancé must be painful enough. But Miss Green suffered that awful injury, and outside your fiancé's former lodgings, too. They can be very cruel sometimes. Definitely feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere. Yes, may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Jones believes is about to happen here. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it. Card. Neither the sender's name or address appears to be written on the envelope or the card. Wait a minute.
The red flag posted at my house the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here.
I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Went to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It's a matter of utmost importance. The 17th, huh? Wait a minute. 17th of this month? That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road! And 5 p.m.
It's precisely the time when the incident occurred.
Got a meeting to attend to and you got... Oof. That's the worst timing.
Slug and Salad, yes. Pop in the northern corner of Briar Road.
Briar Road? Being the street that Mr. Gyarados' house is on. Does this mean that...
Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. The day when I was struck in the back by the knife. I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad.
Goodness. So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
But now we got a slightly more concerning piece of evidence. Oh, stay with me. It must seem to be dead. Look, I didn't notice it there before, did you? I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out of the bottle. But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived. You don't think...
I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of the scene. They have a tragedy about to take place.
Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of that bottle you had before has spilled out on the floor. Poor mouse that drank it has sadly died. I think it's clear the bottle must have contained a powerful poison. Don't worry, we'll attend to the mouse presently.
Just gonna throw Belle out. Give him a proper burial at least. Miss Green, you intending to go the same way as that rodent? Take your own life.
Since we left, you have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? Taking the poison? No! Miss Green, please! Please talk to us!
Ten seconds later, we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green.
Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like the weight has been lifted. Tell me, how'd you acquire that medicine? Well, with this being a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while, so I snuck this out when he was looking.
It conspicuously lacks a label. Wonder what it contains.
I'm afraid I don't really know. I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green. It's one of such things. Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison. Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of that.
Oh, that's all my fault. What have I done?
Look, it's fine. You didn't mean to kill Belle or his great uncle or whatever.
I shall move this to my office, Miss Green. I think you have no objection.
No, none.
Man, I think it's time for you to go to a different type of hospital.
I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I'll do everything. Yes, I'm very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you. Oh, it's fine. It's green. Please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again? Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway. Besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end.
That's a way to put it.
Oh no, they're taking this very seriously. I know, one thing I do remember from, like, when I briefly watched, like, my buddy Don's, like, playthrough of Case 5 of the last game, is that he did take a bit of umbrage with the way they treated, I forget his name, the pawnbroker dude, and his suicidal tendencies. They kind of treated it a little lightly. Kind of treated it a bit like, they kind of played it up as a bit of a joke. So I'm wondering if, like, I'm wondering if, like, one of the writers, like, took some, like, criticism to heart on that front, or... My side Luke conceded, well, that's how all this has made me feel. Maybe Miss Graham St. Bartholomew's behind. Made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes.
Well, it would appear we've reached the end of the investigative trail for now. For today. Blah, 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 blah. Good reading skills, Manji.
Yes, it's late.
And Mr. Naruhodo, did you discover anything that may be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think?
Details about Mr. Shamspeare, Mr. Gerard's lodgings, convict Selden remain fastest to this case, and we've yet to see to the heart of it, you ask me. This feels like a very classic Ace Attorney case, honestly, with all this, like, new bits, with all this new information, new backstory. It's only really coming out for day 2. That's my feeling anyway. I help wondering about the results of the analysis. Did Mr. Natsume's team, you mean? Yes, will they have found strychnine in it or not?
Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend Mr. Reaper.
Oh dear. Yes, Barrick Van Zeeks.
I wish you every success, of course, though I was late to rise this morning. Tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my crisp hour and attend the trial.
Mr. Sholmes, going to come?
Indeed! Whatever happens, I shall be there. Assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning.
Well, I think we've done all we can. Let's us remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsume's cause until the very end. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people. Away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys behind bricked-up windows, the lonely lurk. Seki-san battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here. But I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow would be a new dawn. For all of us. Nude. So many, huh? I don't remember having this many, save files before for some reason. I was wondering what that bomb was, but now I remember. uh... Um... uh, It's a bun to continue, but at the same time... A big part of me doesn't want to end now, because I still do have, like, a little under 3 minutes left, but... It might be best to just leave the start of the next court date for the next part. I actually do head to work later tonight, so so it might be good to start getting ready and hmm, yeah, yeah, it doesn't help that I just don't trust all this right now after that little break. After apparently like my stream died at some point today. I don't like the fact that that happened. I need to see, like, probably not gonna do it now, but I need to see, like, what I can do about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end the stream now. Next time on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, court again. It really is weird to me that, like, we're getting, like, a whole second day of investigation in court. I I don't remember. I'm trying to remember because, like, because I think even though there, because like Jake and Lamp. No, wait, no. I can't say anything about that yet. I'm trying to remember if there was. I'm trying to remember if we did this in Dual Destinies at any point. trying to remember when like the last time we had, because like they tend to like shy away from like doing like 2 full days of investigation. Like I said, this feels very much like a classic Ace Attorney case with like all this new information, new backstory for the second half. Especially like being revealed in the investigative period instead of being like, oh yeah, we're just dragging this one trial day out for like 2 or 3 parts. This is interesting so far. That's why it makes it really weird that like they kind of retconned it in case 5 of the previous game. Like they actually do very specifically like I remember like one thing I did remember from like watching the beginning of case 5 again was that they very specifically state they have to very specifically state like if you examine the Daruma doll, I think then Ryunosuke talks about like, oh, I meant to paint in that eye when I won a court case here. And Susawa very specifically says, but you have one in England. Twice, in fact. She specifically said twice he's won in London. And that's at case 5, so the Magnus McGilly case in the first Oseki Natsume trial, what about the second one? They're not just gonna So either like this, so either they just completely forgot about that. That makes me wonder if maybe that was like a localization thing. Like it was like worded in a way, like in the original Japanese script, it's like worded in a way to be like that you've already won multiple times here, whereas like the English localization was like, but you have won twice to like make it seem like there's more continuity, not knowing that there's secretly a third case that's being held for the second game and they just did not bother and they just didn't check their homework when they were like doing like this game. I don't know. That seems weird to me, especially since like these games only got localized as like a set. They I would have definitely understood that if like the Great Ace Attorney games came separately when they were like first released. Not as a set like this. I don't know. I don't know. So either they just didn't do their homework properly, either they just didn't do a thorough enough job with their homework when they were localizing it. Maybe they did do a fine job with localization. And that's just a bit of a plot hole that was left over from the Japanese script. Or it's either a total retcon or they somehow get the trial thrown out at the end of the case, which would be an interesting choice. That'd be an interesting choice. I don't know. We'll see. I've rambled on long enough though. Next time on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, we continue case 2 with another trial day. More trial. This time we'll have some real big revelations. Let's see how it all connects. Let's see where this prosecution takes this poisoning case now, because I'm still thinking like if we are going to be sticking to strychnine poisoning, it is possible to inhale it. So there definitely seems to be something up with the gas lines here. So we'll see. We'll see if my theory holds water. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you for the next part. A big part of me is still thinking maybe I'll just transition back to recording. I'll decide that at a later date. Who knows? I'll see you for the next part. See you then.